Now, I hope you're going to forgive me for this, but I was experimenting entirely on my own with the camera, and I was determined to get behind the cue because I know that's where everybody likes to see the shot played, and it's virtually impossible. So what I did, I put the camera in the pocket that is out of view, obviously, and I tried playing around the camera, under the camera, over the camera, and I succeeded to such an extent that I said, well, whatever happens, I want this to be on the film. And so have a look and judge for yourself. It was really a struggle, but I got there. So watch this carefully. I have about 3 foot at least over my bridge hand playing this, trying to avoid the camera. Nice little double kiss off the red there. See, thin on the white, just to leave a bit of pace in the cue ball. But I tell you what, this wasn't half a tough one. Little bit of left hand side, take the red along. I nearly got into trouble playing this one. I thought I'd broken the camera. And when you're playing like this, it's surprising, even with close cannons, being able to use check or running side, even at this slow pace, makes quite a difference to the outcome of position. There again, left hand side, just took that red along. This is getting really difficult now. Well, here I'm almost getting to the end of my tether. I can hardly reach, and the camera is, or was, under the cue butt there. cushion first that time. I'm stretched across the table now. At least the camera isn't in the way, but it's a long stretch, so I've had to take the rest eventually. And in doing so, I've taken the red too thick, so there we are. I suppose one might say, well, that's the end of the break. But you never know. Not bad, eh? This is quite legal. This is allowed. So back to dodging the camera again. It's getting virtually impossible. Well, I try to restore the position here, but I don't quite succeed. But I thoroughly enjoyed that. A few cannons. Now, there was rather a fun piece on the video where I struggled to try and capture the line behind the cue playing the cannons, which is very difficult to do for the simple reason that either the cameraman or the gear that they use gets in the way when you're playing various shots. So because it was the first time we tried it, I wanted that in the video, and you've seen it, and perhaps it's made you smile. I hope so. So I'd like to play just a few cannons for those who want to dabble with cannons. Not that the present day method of playing 150 up gives you much opportunity for that. And I'm afraid that's one of the things that is virtually being thrown away. However, we'll have a try, and I'll talk with a little bit of side, indicating where it's necessary, where it isn't, and why I'm playing it. And then you can fiddle around and have your own bit of fun. But they're pretty hard to play, I can assure you. So here we go. There's a nice set position there. A marvellous shot I played before this. The balls were all over the table, and I made a whacking cannon, and they just dropped together like that. Wasn't I lucky? So here we go. Now, here I want a very tiny kiss off the red, just to take me above the white with a touch of right hand side, which will do that. There. So I'm above the white. Now I've got to come round here, and I've got to keep this white parallel to the cushion. Now if I take just a hint of left hand side there we're back where we started. So now left hand side will take the red along. So a little breath of left hand side there. Now if I come right around here and take a little bit of right hand side, very, very slight, there. Gave me the double kiss on the red, which saved me getting a cover. So now left hand side again. Now back here, and this time the red is a little bit this way, so I want it to go along just a little bit. So I'm going to take the white very thin with a hint of left-hand side. And you see that red nudged, what, less than 1/4 of an inch. But it's vital. Now I want a little more side to take it underneath the white more. There we are. Now, I'm in danger here. If I play the cannon, I might knock the white to there and come off the red and have a cover where I've got to play a masse. Well, I don't want to do that. So I want to keep in front of both balls. And this is a vital shot. So now with a little bit of right-hand side, it will check me off the red. And you'll hear a very tiny little double treble kiss. There we are. And that's put me perfectly in position again for a simple cannon, a hint of left-hand side. There we are. Now if I come right straight onto the shot, I now have the opportunity, the two whites are not touching. I can clip the white very, very lightly, come off the red, come onto the cushion and come back here, and with a bit of luck and a little bit of left-hand side, I'll be in a good position. Now I've got the cannon, believe it or not. I actually got the cannon. Now a little bit of check side, which is left-hand side off the red. Now check side again off the red, right-hand side. Hear the double kiss on the red. Now I want to get above both balls because I'm slightly getting below the white and I don't want to keep playing across the balls. So now I'm going to play with right-hand side and a bit thicker on the red. There we are. So now I've got above the white and I'm still maintaining a very good position. Now a little thicker on the white and right-hand side to check off the red. There. And I'm in perfect position again. Now a little thicker on the red with right-hand side to get above the white again. There we are, perfect. Now check off the white with right-hand side. Now left-hand side to take the red along, only a little. Now this one's a little bit different. The red has got almost underneath my cue ball. So I want a little bit stronger side and a double kiss off the red, and it's taken the red along a bit. Now I can play left-hand side again, thin on the white, double kiss on the red, and there we are, back in the position that I actually started. So now I take the red thick with right-hand side, and in this case lower on the cue ball. And did you see that little bit of extra life in the cue ball there? Now I can play a very gentle one with hardly any side at all. Now again, bottom on the cue ball, thicker, a little thicker on the red, and there's perfect position. Now I can play according to how I fancy, and in this case I can actually play to miss the white on the way in and catch it as the red hits the cushion and comes back, and I just brush the white and this red kisses me back here. So I can play this with a little firmer strength. You hear the double kiss on the red. So now a little bit of right-hand side. Now again there's space behind the red, so I can push the white along just a little way and the red to the cushion. There we are. You've seen the way of tackling the cannons by using a little bit of left-hand side to run the ball on the cushion and a right-hand side, check side, to hold it, using the ball on the cushion to get a little kiss to keep you in position. And you only need to play 10 or 12 cannons and just see how the action goes, and according to your touch, and you won't find it that difficult to play them along the cushion, and the more patience you have, well, the further you can go. Well, I've had a run of a few cannons down the side cushion, and this is how, or one of the ways, to get around the corner. You know, just open the cannons up a little and then just take the red a wee bit thicker, drive it round the two cushions. You'll see what I mean, and then continue the run along the top cushion. So we're round the corner. Double kiss there. And there we are, nicely in position, and we can continue that along the top cushion. This is a good practice, and it's a bit of fun as well to give a nice touch for close cannons, and it looks comparatively easy, but I can assure you it's a very, very slight rocker cannon, and it does demand good touch, and the idea is to try and get the cue ball coming back the same distance every time. And you begin to develop a nice touch and rhythm for cannon play. And you can have a bit of fun and see how quickly you can get them going, you know, you can... Well, there you are.